Everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is kind of going to be a sad video. I'm going to be doing my bullying stories. So if you guys like this video, give this video a thumbs up. So I know you guys want more story-timey type videos. And this video is going to be more of on the laid back side because there's a lot to go through and I don't feel like editing all that. But if you guys want to, please hit that subscribe button and be a part of the chaotic family. And yes, if you would like to tell me a little bit of your bullying story, if you stood up for anyone who's been bullied, you can comment a little bit down below, or I'll put my links here. You can write me a message anywhere, but thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned. So a lot of my bullying happened starting at middle school. Like elementary, it wasn't bad because a lot of kids don't know anything then. Until they start getting to middle school, they start hearing things. They start learning those words that we get called all the time. But all I know is during middle school, it was like the minor stuff. High school, wait till I get to the high school portion. Middle school, I got my head slammed against the locker. Like little things like that. People would dump food on me all the time. Call me a faggot, queer. All those type of names, which don't bother me anymore because I feel like they need to come with more creative type of shit. Because being called a faggot and a queer, it's like, yeah, I know I am. Like, really? Like, come up with something more clever than that. But back then, it was just really hard coming together. You're finally finding yourself. I am. I've known I was this way since I was little. I always play with Barbies. I always wanted the girl toys. I always liked anything more feminine than the masculine man, as in basketball, type of stuff like that. I always liked wigs, dressing up, playing with makeup. And starting back then, I had to hold that in. I felt like I had to hold it in middle school because I knew that if I did any of that stuff at middle school, I would get even more bullied. So once I got through middle school, I hit high school. That's when I felt like I could be myself for once. As in, I wore a purse, I wore makeup, not
this makeup. Could you imagine wearing this makeup in high school? Yeah, no.
But I remember my first instance was 9th grade, and I was in the bathroom. And I don't like going to public bathrooms because I find it really disgusting for some reason. I just don't like it. But I remember I was going to the bathroom to wash. I was getting done washing my hands, and the school bullies that I call them, the school bullies came in and they started taunting me. Oh, little faggot. Oh, little queer. All these type of names, which don't bother me anymore. But me being that person in high school, finally coming out in high school, being the big gay kid in high school, I was finally thinking, wow, what just after they started taunting me, they started like grabbing the back of my head and like pushing my whole body against the mirror, because it was the fountains, I mean like the sinks and then the mirror, and there was a gap. So they doing that, they started taunting me, they threw my books, they just started doing anything you would see, literally anything you would see in movies is what they did to me. And after that, I went to the principal. The principal didn't do nothing about it because because they were the head on the football team, they didn't want to get them suspended because they didn't want them to get suspended, as in they don't want them not to play in their like football game thing, that they would win the championship type of shit. I don't know. I don't play sports. But nothing happened to them. They got off free will. My mom was severely pissed the fuck off. That's all I know. She was calling the school like every mom does. Well, the ones that are lucky to have a mom that accepts them for the way they are. So she kept calling the school. They wouldn't do nothing about it. They stopped talking to my mom. They stopped answering my mom's phone calls. So they didn't do nothing. So that was nothing. That was my freshman year. More stuff happened, like the name calling, getting books thrown. It's gonna really bring back a lot of memories. It was the end of junior year, and it was finals. And this boy has been tormenting me the whole year, saying, oh, I'm gonna kick your ass, I'm gonna kick your ass, doing all this stuff. And me, I didn't really, pay attention to it because everyone told me to ignore, and that's what I did. I ignored until one day it was the finals, so it was Friday, we had 2 days, and that Monday was our last day of finals. And so that Friday, I got on the bus as normal, sat midway in the bus. I did not sit in the back because that's where all the bullies were. They sat in the back, the quiet kids in front, so I sat in the middle, and my friend sadly. We're almost on my way home. We're like one stop away. And he come, you can see in the back, he kept the people kept, it's like it was planned. One person would move out, he would move up, another person would move out, and they would move up. And he got into the section right next to me. Oh, oh God, it's bringing back memories. And all I remember is him sitting here, and I'm straightforward. So I'm just like paying attention, straightforward, not doing anything, ignoring the dumb ass next to me. And all I know is, I said I was gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna kick your ass. And he literally, from one seat, jumps on me, starts pounding on my head. So I'm like this, huddled, because I'm a person, I don't know how to fight. I know, I'm not a person that fights. So I don't do any of that stuff. So he literally jumps on me and starts pounding my head with his fists. So when he started doing that, no one even got up to help. The bus driver literally just sat where he was. He like looked up in that little mirror. He's like, stop now, get off him. And literally didn't do nothing about it. No one got up. And so the bus driver finally get up after about a good, say, 8 minutes of him punching me in the head and literally kicking me to get him off of me. I literally he's like, the bus driver, stupid enough, asked, are you okay? And I said, I went off the bus. I literally walked the whole way home. Got home. My mom didn't know what happened. I was crying, to be honest, because I was in so much shock. I was never beat up that badly. And my whole body was like in intense pain. So I was rushed to the hospital with a broken cheekbone and broken knuckles from my head. The cops were called. The cops drove us there. They took everything down about what's his name, what school he went to, what grade he's in. And I remember I was a junior. He was still a sophomore, so he was a year younger than me. And the doctor came in. I got x-rays done, all that stuff. And the doctor came in and he told me, and this is what really just bothers me the most, is he said that if I never had my hands on my head, that the guy would have cracked my skull and it would have ruptured my brain or whatever. So I would have been dead on the bus. So that guy would have literally killed me if I didn't have my hands on my head protecting my skull. So my mom files, whatever you would do, files a thing to go to court. We go to court. The funny thing is we're waiting there. He never shows up. So the day he was beating me up on the bus, he had this plan because he was planning on moving. He moved out of the state, so they could not have done nothing to him. So I had a protection order against me till the day I graduated high school, which was 2014. I graduated in 2014. So if he came back today and beat me up, they could not do nothing about it. What happened then? They could redo everything, now, but I don't think now I would let him touch me because I feel, oh God. I will say this, but the benefit of the doubt, I've never hated someone so much as that I hate him. I hate him with a fucking passion. For him bullying people because of their sexuality, because of their ethnicity. He wants to kick someone's fucking ass, but he's the most downright disgraceful, nasty person I've ever seen in my life. And that is if I'm talking to him right now. But after all that happened, I go back. I would say that Monday we had finals. Ooh, this is so hard for me to talk about. And I had a cast on my whole wrist from my knuckles about down. I had a cast. And all I remember is no one defended me. They said it was my fault that I got beat up. They said this. I was pushed down the 2 flights of stairs they had at the high school. The stairs at the high school goes. They pushed me down 1.
They literally picked my fat ass up
and pushed me down another flight of stairs. And all I remember is, why me? As in, like, what makes me different from everyone else? As in, I know I was gay, I know I was all this, but why treat people different for their sexuality? Go down to the principal. You could guess on from there. Principal didn't do nothing. They were ahead of the football team. They didn't want him to get in trouble, so they didn't play during their stupid football game. So after that happened, I remember it was my senior year, and we had a Halloween parade at the high school. Me being gutsy, the year after I got beat up on the bus for being myself, I went to school in drag for the Halloween party. I was Lizzie Borden. As you know, I'll post a picture here. Lizzie Borden got an axe, gave her mother 40 whacks. Because I'm a big fan of horror type stuff. I came in dressed in all the hoop skirt and everything, and I go to breakfast because I didn't have breakfast at home because I was doing my makeup. I didn't have time, so I decided to go to breakfast at school. All I know is the bullies that bullied me the year before came up and was like, oops, and poured their whole cereal breakfast and grape juice. You know, if grape juice, it stains, on my white costume. Poured it all over me and made sure it got on my face. So my whole makeup was ruined. So I had to go to the bathroom. Embarrassment. Go to the bathroom. And the whole day I was the most pissed. But just to wrap this whole experience up is I want to be a voice for people. I want them to know that it does get better. Just make sure you don't take no shit from anybody. Don't beat no one up for one. Don't beat no one up for one. Like I said, kill them with kindness. But make sure that you go to your parents, go to anyone that you know and trust. And if people's out there, if you see someone getting bullied, please stand up for them. No one stood up for me, and I want to know that if someone's getting bullied, people is going to stand up for them. So make sure you stand up for people and show some love. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video and going through the bullying story with me. While you're here, I would just like to say, if you know anyone who's getting bullied or know of just someone in general, please stand up for them because pretty much they don't have a voice. They probably have been bullied so much that they're scared to even go to anyone. So if you see any bullying, please stand up for them. Please don't be a bystander because the bystander is the same way as the bullying. You're seeing it happen. You're letting it happen. You're not doing nothing about it. So please stand up for someone who's getting bullied. So, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I hope you guys have an amazing day, and just wanted to say I love you all, and if you guys want to contact me, here are my links, right here. Send me a message. If anyone's bullying you, send me a message. I would love to talk to you, and maybe, hopefully, make you feel better. But thank you guys so much, and love you all.